Community Transport Sussex. I'm a development coordinator, and I'm here today with Betty, who lives at the KIVII Estate just by Midhurst, and asking her some questions about the new Booker bus service that's been up and running since September and the impact it's had on her. This is Betty.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, Betty, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Right, myself, we moved here in 1999. We did have a bus service, that's why we bought the house, because it was connected with everything, because it was a good hospital. Unfortunately it closed, the buses stopped, and we were stranded, literally stranded. And it wasn't long after that that my husband died. About 3 years before he died though, I had been diagnosed with macular degeneration.
And how does that affect you?
It has just, over many years, it has changed my life. At first I didn't think there was anything wrong at all, but sadly there is a lot wrong with it. And I cannot drive anymore. I have to walk, and so from where I live, that's a 3-mile walk down to Midhurst and a 3-mile back up. I won't do it on the road, I do it through the woods, and it is not easy, but I've managed to carry on doing it. But I had to have a bus because I'm getting older and no longer able to do this walk. So to have a bus come along at the right time was absolutely incredible. It has opened so many more windows, doors to everything. Gets me to the railway station, gets me to visit friends that I haven't been able to visit for a long time. They've had to come all the way up here to visit me. In fact, I have had a friend from the macular group who's in a wheelchair being brought up here. And the driver, on that particular case, I said to him, I'm sure you'll be able to turn once you get in the driveway. If you can bring him right in the driveway, we'd be really grateful. He said, oh yes, I can do it. He did manage to come in, he did manage to turn, and he managed to wheel the wheelchair all the way around to here.
Fantastic. Literally door-to-door service.
Yes.
That's great, isn't it? So it does make your opportunities to go out and socialise and see people. Certainly in the winter, your time is short, isn't it?
In fact, there was one time when I arranged to be picked up at 5 o'clock, and I suddenly realised, it's going to be dark then, I can't go home in the dark. But of course I can on the bus.
Absolutely, yeah, that's great. So you're using the bus, what are you using the bus for? Where are you going?
It's the local shops. I have used it to get to my hospital appointments in Guildford, because I can then use the rail service from Hazelmere.
So it links up well with all the other bus services and train services out there.
Yeah.
And so do you find you're waiting very long for a bus or a train? Or can you time it so that it gets there?
I can time it.
And it works well.
I've learned that I don't need to give your service a half an hour.
Yeah.
They're there on time. They've
Fantastic.
never ever been late. And in fact, I say to them, how do you manage it? It's not just not being late, it's arriving exactly on time.
Yeah, yeah. So what impact has it had on you when having this bus service?
I've got a completely different attitude when, if I hear people talking about going to somewhere, I just back off. I don't get involved in the conversation, because it becomes then embarrassing, because they're going to have to offer me a lift.
Yeah.
And so I was in a way putting a barrier around myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't right, but still.
But not anymore.
No, definitely not anymore. I'm out doing what everybody else is doing.
That's really lovely to hear, really. And I hear that you and the rest of the people here from KIVII do your Pingo lunches, named after the Pingo app.
Yes, the Pingo lunch, we can take up to 10, I think, out for lunch. It's all fairly local, but something that wouldn't have been done, and so it's been called Pingo lunches.
It's fantastic. So new social connections as well.
Social connection, that's right.
That's really lovely.
There are going to be other things that are going to grow like that.
Absolutely. There'll be no stopping you in the summertime. That's great. Thanks so much for talking to us, Betty.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.